and welcome back to the Showroom Presents. Today we're excited to welcome one of England's and America's favorite actors. You've seen him in The Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, and even the James Bond film, some of those to name a few. Now he's spanning the galaxy in the new fantastic film Jupiter Rising. Welcome, Sean Beam, to the Showroom Presents.
Thank you very much.
Sean, Jupiter Ascending is a big action film like we'd expect from Lana and Andy Wachowski, the filmmakers that were responsible for The Matrix. Can you give us an idea of the story for this film and your role as Stinger?
Yes, I'll start with me. It's a very complex story. It's a wonderful kind of epic adventure. But I play a guy called Stinger, and I'm kind of, I guess I'm blessed with the qualities of a bee. So I'm half human, half bee. I'm a hybrid, which means I've got special, very fast reactionary powers, and I can sense atmospheres and kind of weather changes, shifts like that, like I guess like bees can. But I'm also human, and I can speak and talk and go around doing things. And I'm a friend of an ex-friend of Channing Tatum's character Kane, and we served in this military unit called the Legion. We're both very kind of bold, courageous fighters, and we got on very well with each other. But he got into trouble, and he got kind of disciplined and more or less kicked out of the Legion. And then I was exiled to live on a farm in an outpost, middle of nowhere, with a lot of bees around me, and
sounds wild.
Sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? There's a lot more to it than this. and then we get back together again, and of course Mila Kunis, who plays Jupiter, she's cleaning toilets out for these Russians in an apartment in Chicago, and she's the one who's destined to become the leader of this massive galaxy, and she doesn't know it yet. So we all come together in time, and there's a lot of stuff where there's a lot of powers and planets out there that want to get power, that want to gain power, and so some bad, some villains. There's Eddie Redmayne out there, who's a very creepy character, and we're fighting against them. Yeah.
No, the trailer's amazing, so I can't wait to see the film, and you're featured pretty prominently in the trailer, so we're looking forward to seeing a lot of you on that screen as well. Well, now with a film like this, and obviously from the filmmakers of The Matrix, you got to talk about special effects, and I've got to imagine you've been in enough films now that have elaborate special effects. Is there anything, any special effort you need to make when you're filming a movie like this, or does it just require a whole lot of patience?
Sometimes it requires patience, but the first time I encountered it, on a kind of serious level, was Lord of the Rings, and it was pretty bit at the time. That was very groundbreaking, but it was quite basic. We had tennis balls, and we were looking at things like that in the air that were monsters, and but I found it quite interesting. And I guess when we start acting, we're all pretending we're talking to someone else in your living room, in the privacy of your home. You pretending you're talking to somebody else, and you're doing this. Oh, right. So it's not that much different from what you used to do as a kid or when you first started acting. So for me, I find it quite liberating. Not to say that I'd rather talk to tennis balls than actual people, but but I don't have a problem with it. It's good fun. You can sometimes do different things, different reactions.
Oh, it's got to be a blast. Well, let me ask you something, because I know you've kind of got a reputation out there in the internet world and everything else as you've experienced death as a bad guy, as a good guy, dramatic, violent. I mean, you seem to have died over 20 times on screen. Can you tell me, was there ever one of your scenes while you were shooting it that was maybe a little more dangerous than any of the others? And I'm thinking of Patriot games. Maybe
That was a bit hairy. I got kind of whacked with a big boat hook with that, and that was an accident, and I didn't expect it to happen. But that was before I was killed. Then they killed me, so I had to go back and get my face stitched up, and that was and then they killed me 3 times for Patriot games because they couldn't, the studio couldn't figure out a way that could apparently describe to an audience that I was really, really dead. So they drowned me, then they did something else to me, and in the end they stuck a massive blade, you know, into my back. And so that was it. They said, right, we know Sean Miller, the character I play, he's dead now. So I guess I've died even more times than than you know. Yeah, that was a pretty hairy one, because we were on a boat, it was rocking, it was wind, and it was rain, and Harrison Ford had a big stick in his hand where he was smacking me with and stuff like that. So that was a.
Now, I know I got to wrap up, but I know you're a big Sheffield United soccer fan. You've more or less grown up with them and even got to play a role as one of them on the screen. Are you a fan of American football at all, and do you have a favorite team?
I'm not really. I'm not saying I'm not, but I'm not familiar with it obviously as much as I am with soccer and the mighty Blades at home. But I try and kind of watch it now and again. I guess I'm trying to wriggle out of this one. I might just tell the truth. But well, I guess it would be.
I know when you're involved with one team with your heart and your soul, that's pretty much the focus
the way
of
it is with
everything.
me. And I don't support anyone else. Even in the UK, you know, I don't have a secondary team and all that lot. It's just Sheffield United for me. So I don't really watch a lot of other stuff apart from them.
Sure. Yep. Well, Sean, I really, really do appreciate you joining us today for a few minutes on the Showroom Presents. And Buffalo, let me just encourage you to get out there and see this film, Jupiter Ascending. It's going to be fantastic, and we appreciate your time today, Sean.
Thank you, Brian. Much appreciate it too. Thank you.
Don, you call that showing off?
How about the dazzling diamond deals we're showing off at the Showroom on Union? Diamond engagement rings.
Diamond band.
Diamond anniversary.
Diamond fashion.
Diamonds, and more diamonds.
All at a fraction of the pricey stores.
And buy with confidence, because all Showroom diamonds will come with a Gem Lab certificate as requested, guaranteeing natural diamonds of value. Don't forget, we feature GIA certified diamonds.
Showing off great diamonds and great deals every day.
At Airport Plaza Jewelers, the Showroom on Union.